So Hunter's lawyers, they were threatening, you know what, this is going to get really bad. You're going to have a constitutional crisis on your hands because you're going to have to put Joe Biden up on the stand to testify for his son. We've already heard over and over again, I'm so proud of my son. I'm so proud of my son. Yeah, he's just great. Tax evasion, having a gun illegally, all that stuff. And now we can add this foreign lobbying, which seems to have been illegal foreign lobbying. That has not yet been proved. But I'm pretty sure, where there's smoke, there's fire on this one. Anyway, Hunter Biden was someone that they were trying to protect. Obviously, his dad's the president. And so this investigation was ongoing. They were protecting him so much that when reporters tried to report on the laptop back during the election in 2020, I mean, how is this not election interference? They were right there, ready, willing, and able to tell everyone, nope, can't do that, can't do that. It's nothing but a bunch of misinformation. It's all misinformation. Oh, until it turns out that the misinformation is actually correct. And the stuff that we originally thought was wrong. I mean, it's like everything's backwards, right? The dossier, that was totally true. And yet that was misinformation from them. I mean, like it's at some point, like the American people, they're onto you guys. They're onto you. And so now the cover up in this particular case is becoming very concerning in that, well, you've got David Weiss, who's been on the trail for years. And now suddenly they're changing the rules. You're not supposed to allow somebody to be a special prosecutor you can have special counsel that has actually been a member of the government, like recently, maybe 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So yet they put this guy in anyway. That's weird. That's weird. And so finally today, there's a letter that was just released. You've got a letter that was sent by three congresspeople, including Comer, who's all over this, as well as Jim Jordan. And they're like, hold on. They're telling the DOJ they want to like stop in the tracks here and get more information because they're worried, rightly so, that there's some weird cover-up thing going on. I mean, sometimes it's not always the crime, right? It is the cover-up that becomes even more of a problem. As I've said, I do think the crime in this case is a pretty big darn deal, but the cover-up is even scarier because they're sort of weaponizing the system, weaponizing it against anybody who would dare to challenge them and making it work for their friends. There's been examples of this. I mean, we had the whole situation of the illicit substance, right, in the White House, and we couldn't get any information at all. Oh, well, then it turned out, what do you know? Hunter Biden was staying there when they found that illicit substance in the White House. And again, like we've been totally stonewalled. We can't get any information, which is strange, right? Because they're supposed to have cameras, right, in the White House. Like if people can sneak things like that in, what else could they sneak in? I think something else is going on there, and I think it's fair of us to ask questions. Well, my friend Dan Bongino, terrific show. If you do not listen to his show, I highly, highly encourage you to do so. I'm going to play you a little clip from Dan. He's getting some information that, I don't even know what to make of this. I'd be curious. You guys should tell me in the comments what you think of this. But his point is that illicit substance, well, it might have been going to someone other than the person we think it's going to. Let me just play the clip and you let me know what you think.
Although I can't prove it isn't, he said, I'm actually getting some traffic that it may be another family member. Oh. And that which I got to tell you, amigo Armacost, was a big surprise to me as well. Not my information, someone else's. And then I got a call from someone else suggesting to me that not only may it have been another family member, but that the cocaine left in the cubby in the West Wing was not an accident. Again, not my theory. I'm just telling you what insider people are hinting to me. That not only was it not an accident, that the cubby, it was intentionally left there as, Joe, what we would call maybe a drop.
Okay, so he goes on. He's got this whole theory about how it's sort of like the Uber Eats for your illicit materials. Look, I don't know what it is. I'm just going to say that. Like, I don't know. But I am really angry that they are stonewalling us and they are not giving us any answers. They did not admit that Hunter Biden was staying there when this stuff was found. They have no information, no tapes, nothing. It's like the tapes go out, the lights went out in Georgia, right? I mean, like, come on. But anyway, Dan's making the point that his source, and he doesn't say, but remember Dan was in Secret Service for years, so he knows a few people. He doesn't say whether that person was part of the Secret Service, but he's been talking to a couple of people who are like, wait, like this may not be who you think it is, and it could be somebody else. And if you go down that line, you would just say, I don't know how. I don't know. This is not my world, frankly, and I don't know how anybody could function and beyond something like that. And you could only say, how would you do that at that age? I think it would be enormously dangerous, et cetera, heart condition that would probably ensue. I don't even want to go there, but I will say this. He's not that with it. Maybe he needs something. Here is Joe Biden. Remember when they asked him while he was leaving vacation about Maui and whether he had any response to the victims of Maui, and he looks at them with a blank face. I mean, this guy is not well.
President, any comments on the rising death toll on Maui?
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
Yeah.
Nothing there.
Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there at all, because he's just staring at them blankly. Must have been quite a vacation, Joe. Anyway, look, I'm laughing about it, but I guess, this is not a laughing matter, because this is our country. And right now, certain institutions are able to do a lot with the resources they have to affect things in the ways that they want. But I think that people are standing up to that, and they're saying, okay, I'm sick of it. This is enough. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.